Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zcast. Here I am your host, Burnerator, and I am joined by Kyle,
Yo.
the coach of the Majins, and Viper Kang,
Hello.
the coach of Team Muscle. On to week 14. I'm sorry that we didn't have a Zcast last week, but it was my birthday. I wasn't at home. There was no way I was gonna be able to do it.
Oh, there was a way. You could have just rubbed two coconuts together and gotten a Zcast done.
No.
I've
Anyway.
watched Gilligan's Island. I know how it works.
It's Hawaii, not Gilligan's Island. Come on.
It's close enough.
There's a bit more sophistication.
That's
On
a
Gilligan's
flat-out
Island?
lie.
No, in Hawaii. Anyways, on to the matches. We're gonna kind of gloss over week 13, because it's still not fresh in our minds like week 14 is. So a lot of teams won, a lot of teams lost.
Half
Kyle
won specifically and half lost.
Yes, specifically. Kyle won against the Earth Defenders, breaking our winning streak, so that's good.
Yeah.
Muscle won against Cold, which was amazing. Let's see. Booze won versus Super Saiyans, which again was amazing. Let's see.
Blades beat the androids.
Yeah, that was also pretty amazing.
Those were the big ones, I think.
Yeah, those were the big ones. And let's start with week 14 then. Rugrats versus Super Saiyans for match 1.
This was a pretty good match, if I remember correctly, especially Goten. Goten definitely came out to play, but the Super Saiyans were just Super Saiyans were just the Super Saiyans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Rugrats definitely tried. They had Goten in. I mean, they had to sit either Goten or GT Goku, and Goten's definitely the better character. So they tried to take the Super Saiyans down, but they just could not finish it.
Yeah.
Also, I think the Super Saiyans have a new strategy, which is to go base form, because base form mid Vegeta actually did work.
Yeah, he did some crazy stuff, and thank God that was mid Vegeta, and the fact that Goku was out, cause I really didn't want to see a Vegito.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
It would have been amazing, but oh god.
That's a possibility?
Yes. You only need one character to be in base form in order to get Vegito or Gogeta.
Holy crap.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this now, before anyone asks. No, none of the Super Saiyan team members can start in base form. They are Super Saiyans for a reason.
Mm-hmm. And they cannot start any higher than Super Saiyan 1 because of nerfing reasons. The main reason why they're starting in Super Saiyan 1 is a lot of them have natural defense negatives, which they lose when they start in Super Saiyan 2. In fact, a lot of them, like Vegeta and Trunks, have defense pluses in Super Saiyan 2. So it's a lot better to start them off in Super Saiyan 1.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I did not realize that they had that incredibly scary nuke in their back pocket.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's something that will only happen like once in a lifetime. You have a better chance of getting hit by lightning twice, type thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know that you have a better chance of getting hit by Hell Grenade than seeing Vegito, but still, that is scary to know that it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
No, apparently Hellzone Grenade is a pretty good possibility right now.
That's why I mentioned
I love that.
Because I'm a dick.
But we'll save that for later.
Yes.
Indeed. Well played, Super Saiyans. I hate the fact that you won. It just means that I need to actually try next week.
Oh, God forbid you actually try.
I don't know. I wanted to be in test mode. It was fun. Not having to worry.
Oh, I'm sure.
On to match 2, Muscle versus Gohan's.
Yeah, this could have gone one of two ways, and it went the way that I didn't want it to go, which is Saiyaman decided that he was going to remember that Broly has nuts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're just so big, he can just keep smacking them without even trying.
Yeah, it's a curse.
He was playing them like a bongo drum.
But yeah, that was that was just a solid win for the Gohans. I don't really know if if there was any real highlights to the match. Like Broly got crushed by Saiyaman, Bojack didn't throw out a single ultimate, Garlic tried his little heart out and stayed in for a little while, but
Garlic was
taken
trying
out.
really hard. He was doing really well.
Yeah, Bojack though, he is one of those. He's either all or nothing with his ultimates.
Yeah.
He's all or nothing with everything. Either he's going to perform amazing and possibly like win the match for you, or he's just gonna go yar and stand there and take it.
Yar,
Well,
har,
technically, he
fiddly
won the
dee.
match for me.
Exactly.
Because I needed you to lose.
Well, it's okay because I lost this week when you needed me to lose.
Anyways, going back to the match. It was a pretty solid win from the Gohans.
Yeah, it was fairly convincing. Future Gohan didn't even have to touch the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that always stings a bit.
Yeah. Kid didn't really do much. If I remember correctly, Kid Gohan.
He didn't need to.
Yeah, that is true. Ultimate Gohan was fucking amazing with his melee. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I think that's pretty much it for that one.
Pretty much. On to Earth Defenders versus Blades.
You wanna start this one, or do you want us to?
The team didn't really bother with trying to counter. We were more concerned with trying out a couple of new builds, which there was a lot of potential in them, and I still am glad that we did it.
Oh yeah,
I kind of wish that we had Draconic Aura though.
Yeah, but
Power Body.
But like you said, Krillin at least threw out 2 ultimates with his setup.
2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, and
something like that.
I actually did do the stats for your team. So here's a little Zcast exclusive.
Oh boy.
Chaozu TN actually did the most damage on your team. You know, he did 47,000 damage, and Chaozu did 42,000. So, you know, they were in top form, and Krillin. It may not look like he did much, but he did 34,000 points damage.
Yeah.
No,
he did almost a player.
Yeah, and I mean Yamcha kind of got smacked down for 16,000, but
yeah, that's the thing with Power Body. It just destroys melee characters. And you have to fear it.
I'm actually trying to remember if that was the thing that killed him, because I know he got, like, right when he came in, he hit with a Wolf Fang Fist and he almost took Trunks out.
Yeah, but then he stayed back and wasn't really aggressive, and he was charging a lot more.
That's right. And I think Tao finished him off.
Yeah, I think so. For some reason, it's like putting launch support on him, because he did the same thing. I can't remember what match it was against, but I think it was against the Saiyans or something, where as soon as you put launch support on him, the AI is like, well, let's charge, instead of being aggressive.
Right.
Yeah. Which is...
I mean, that's not a bad thing, depending on the character.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing, because I think he tried, 3 B2s? And against the Saiyans, he did, 5?
I know he did... I know he hit with 1. Yeah, I think he tried 3.
Yeah. Against the Saiyans, he tried 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So it can work.
Yeah, it's not like it's that's horrible, we'll never put that on him again. It's just different type of Yamcha.
Yeah. I don't know why it does that, but
Because it hates you.
Yeah. He was kind of derpy. If he was a bit more aggressive and was able to take out Trunks and then still, with a good amount of health, and still be able to fight the next character, probably could have seen a different kind of game.
Well, maybe? that was the most frustrating thing, was that after that that Wolfang Fist he hit Trunks with, Trunks was low. I think Yamcha could have just unloaded an entire thing of Energy Blast and taken Trunks out.
Yeah.
If he had done that...
He didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he did quite the opposite and got his ass beat for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But if he had changed what he did and had just done that, I think it could have been a very, very different match.
Yeah. But still, the inclusion of Power Body on frickin' Sword Trunks, Jesus, that was
Oh my god,
amazing.
that was an amazing call by the Blades. I mean,
Yeah,
Yajirobe didn't even have to touch the field.
yeah, well frickin' done.
Yes, and Tapion did very well too. I must say
Hmm.
he is spamming again.
Yes,
You know, I mean, I don't know if he hasn't exactly been spamming, but it was noticeable again. You know.
he's been all right. He wasn't the Spamion that we knew until that match.
Yeah,
I think he did like 7 or 8 P2s or something.
I know at least 5 because he did like
Yeah,
2 of his the barrage type one and at least 3 brave cannons.
yeah.
But yes, very good job, Blades. But on to my it's that all we have because my favorite match is up next.
Viper, do you have anything to add?
No, you guys basically said everything that I was going to say, including the part about Power Body being a brilliant stroke on Sword Trunks. So I'm totally
Stroke.
willing to move on to the best match of the week. Also,
Did you sure you don't want to console my loss? Pat me on the
I
back or
lost.
something.
I lost 2, and I got no consolation from you. So you'll get no consolation from me.
Wow, what an asshole!
I know.
But on to the
The
best
best
match of the
match.
week.
Yes.
So can I just say that this is probably the feeling everybody else got when Dragon Ball Warriors beat Muscle back in season 3. This was like
Essentially.
Yes.
such an underdog win.
Yes,
Yeah.
because match 4, Derp versus Cold.
Mm-hmm. And oh god, let me double check this. Derp benched 19. They had Hercule in and they still won.
Not only did they have Hercule in, Hercule was kind of going toe to toe with Mecha Frieza there.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And like he got low, but then he just said, "Oh right, present bombs. Here you
Oh
go."
right, I'm the champ. Here, have some presents.
That wasn't even with ultimates. He
Mm-hmm.
was doing it partially with melee. He hit with a dynamic mess him up punch for once, and he did at least 2 or 3 power bombs. Not power bombs, Jesus. Present bombs.
Yeah.
Salsa did well. He
Mm-hmm.
completely took out Cooler, right?
Yeah, I think so. And
Now,
I will say, Cole kind of had a misstep with trying to put on 2 Eternal Lives and trying to put Eternal Life on a character that had a healing B1.
yes, Meta Cooler has rebirth, and that is a big no-no putting healing things
Yeah.
on people with healing things.
So we took him off. He had a 3-point build. He did really well with the 3-point build. I'm just
Oh my
saying.
god. Yeah, I mean, for a player that's kind of been all over the place with consistency and stuff, that was surprisingly really good.
Yeah.
Now I will say Cold was without their best character, did not have Frieza with them,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, and it was close. Frieza probably could have changed the outcome, but you had Devilman, who was on point. Doesn't he have? Does he have a super minus, and he's still doing like
Yeah.
super
Yeah, he
damage?
had a super minus.
Yeah, he's got super minus, and he's doing about 10k with his rushes.
Yeah.
And the the best part of the match was him going behind Frieza and then hitting him with the Devil Might Beam for 26,000 points of damage.
With with a super minus.
With a super but I mean, it didn't even matter. Any B2 would have killed Frieza
Yeah.
at that.
It was kind of overkill, but holy shit, was that amazing.
Yeah, Mecha Frieza. He killed Mecha Frieza with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I said Frieza by accident, but
Yeah.
yeah, but oh my god, that was probably my favorite match of the week, and I don't even think Cold can be mad because they did well, and it's Derp. You
Yeah.
gotta love Derp, even if you lose to him.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since no one specifically derped except for maybe Mecha Frieza because he's not throwing out his ultimates anymore like he used to.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was still a solid match.
yes, the one last thing I want to say, Dodoria did amazing. He shut down King Cold like it was
Yeah.
nobody's business.
Mm-hmm. He seems like a character that is uh, really he can do really well against slower characters, but faster characters can probably just destroy him still.
Oh, that is
But
the only reason.
but
Well,
that
that
key plus,
Yes. Plus, he had Savior, so he hit with his ultimate right off the bat, I believe.
Yeah.
So that was a huge plus right off the bat.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's really much more we can say about that match.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Match 5, Dragon Ball Warriors versus Androids. And Viper disconnected. He will be coming back soonish.
Hopefully. Yeah, whenever it gets back. But yes, so Androids versus Dragon Ball Warriors.
It was an alright match.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember parts of it, and it was kind of just like a back and forth. Like,
Yeah. It was pretty
you
even
know,
the entire time.
yeah, I mean, it was a good match, don't get me wrong. Cell hit with his ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, and Pilaf protected Kami House with his life.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, it was a good match, but it was just like there wasn't really a lot that stood out as, oh my god, this was a match of the age, you know?
Yeah.
Not to sound like a dick or anything.
Well, to be fair, it's been a couple days.
Oh yeah, that too. Our memory kind of fades in and out.
Yeah. Plus, I have so much crap going on that I haven't been paying attention that much. But still, Ader kind of clinched it for the droids.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he really did pull out a lot, and early Goku, he hit with a Kaioken attack, I remember, but I don't think there was much else.
Yeah.
What?
Welcome back, Viper.
Yeah, hey Viper.
Would you like
Oh,
to?
thank you.
We're on the Blades and Android's DBW right now. Was there anything really huge in that match that you can remember?
I remember Android 8 doing particularly well, and I remember Pilaf doing pretty decent and being able to pull off an ultimate. But if I remember correctly, Pilaf dropped the ball at the very end of the match because he could have won it.
No, that's right. He
Yeah.
turned into his giant form and just could not pull off a B2 or anything.
No,
Yeah.
he pulled off a B2, but he pulled off the cannon one instead of the Gatling gun. And
Yeah, but I don't think that was at the. Was that at the very end? Because I think he tagged, and I could be wrong though.
I thought early Goku was against Ader at the very end.
Yeah, but then early Goku died,
Yeah.
and Ader
yeah, and then
took
Pilaf came
out.
in, and if I remember correctly, Ader had just under a bar. So if Pilaf had pulled off a Gatling gun, he would have just crushed Ader with that one B2.
True.
Yeah, or if not killed him, gotten him like within 1 or 2 hits to his death.
Yeah, but he used the chest cannon thing, and he only got hit with one laser.
Right. Yeah, so it was only like 4,500 or something like that.
But and I mean, Ader did an Ader attack, if I recall correctly, and finished it.
Yeah, he did some melee, and then he did his explosive wave.
Got Ader's anger, right?
I'm pretty sure Ader didn't have. Does Ader have natural draconic aura?
No.
Okay, so that means that Pilaf machine doesn't get a brick wall because Ader was just punching through him like nothing.
Yeah, I mean he's a Dragon Ball character, so he doesn't get too much nice stuff.
It's a giant character, which means that rush moves bounce off of him, but as far as I remember, he doesn't have a brick wall.
I thought that came standard with a big character. Like if you're big, rush moves are invalid and you get a brick wall.
For most of them, but it's Pilaf.
Yeah, it's Dragon Ball / Pilaf, so
yeah.
But yeah, I remember that being a fairly close, fairly good match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. But
did Cell underperform? I feel like Cell underperformed.
See,
he did all right.
I can't say he underperformed because he hit with an ultimate and at least 2 of his barrage death beams, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just that alone is almost a whole character's worth of health.
I think he was more outshined by early Goku than underperformed.
Yeah. And someone actually dodged 17's power balls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both of them. I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but I know someone did.
Tao, I think.
Yes, because he can't lose.
He can't.
No, that's Cyborg Tao. This is just General Tao.
No, well,
he can.
He still can't lose as badly.
Yeah, can't lose as badly, sure, but he can lose. On to match 6, Vowels versus Ginyu.
18 is scary.
Yeah,
so scary.
It was very close. Ginyu had a completely new AI build everything for Goldo, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. Birder did amazing.
Yeah, Birder did amazing. Frickin' Ginyu did amazing. Frickin' Raccoon did amazing. If
Rec-
Goldo could just do average.
I no, I think less so Raccoon because Sayo Woman was kind of just taking it to him with her
No,
speed.
he hit
What?
with a few B2s and an ultimate. An
Yeah, but
ultimate that did 20,000.
was that against her?
It might not have been against her, but he came back in.
No, yeah,
They
Raccoon. I
both
don't think
came back
Raccoon
in,
did good
though.
against Say a Woman, but I think Raccoon did respectable during that match.
Yeah, during the
I
match, yeah.
I think no, because I remember specifically that they both came in at the end. I know Sayo Woman and Raccoon ended it.
Yeah. Because
So
he wasn't able to get a B2 off before her ultimate went
that's
off.
right. That's right.
It was close. It was like Ginyu Force could have won, but not quite.
I mean, I think he was trying for his Renegade Bomber. If he had gone for his ultimate instead, I think he would have won. Because I think it would have stopped.
Probably because she would have run straight into him, and that is an explosive wave.
Exactly. So, like, I mean, it was still a really good match. Ginyu was showing off a lot of good stuff, and he even tried the body change. He's been trying that. Hasn't been able to get off, but he's been trying it like crazy.
Yeah. And frickin' Birder, holy shit. That my
Just
god.
don't change that. He's good.
Yeah,
If you
he's
can
good.
get that, if you can get that, and the Jace that we know with his, the Computer Secret Art, Key Plus, that kind of stuff, those two alone will make such an amazing team. It's not even funny.
It's not even funny, yeah.
I wish I could have had such an amazing build on Birder when I was coach of that team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah,
And
you'll have Goldo as a problem child, but on those weeks when Goldo's not there, or if Goldo just does basic, you're set.
yeah. And I want to state for the record, Birder's build was Power of Rage, Combo Master, Quick Fast Attack, Light Body, Savior, Super +1.
That's perfect because
Yeah.
it works well
It was
with
amazing.
his. It does so well with his amazing melee speed that you're getting the combo master and quick fast attacker just stacking on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the savior just makes sense because that team likes to tag.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been throwing out more and more supers as it's been going on. So that super +1 just adds a little another cherry on the top.
Yeah, it does. Like, seriously. And Raccoon. Jeez. Raccoon had Super +2.
Yeah.
That's why he was hitting so hard.
Did Aurelie do much?
Yeah, she did all right.
I'm just trying
Aurelie just completely destroyed Goldo.
Yeah. But then Birder came in and took her out, right?
Yeah. If
That's
I recall
right.
correctly, yeah.
Yeah, Birder was just any character that can kind of just come up to Aurelie and say, "Oh hey, bye," and just like totally destroy someone like that is just so nice. Don't change him.
Yeah, it's just a shame that it took them this long to get their main team to be as solid as they are. Because if we saw the Ginyu, the Raccoon, the Jason, the Berta that we've been seeing in like the last few weeks.
Well, Jace has been fine. They've been
Jason's been fine, but I'm just saying that Jason Berta have been like their top two characters. If they had just been able to get Raccoon and Ginyu to the point where we've been seeing them, they would not be in the position that they're in. Because Goldo is a liability, but the rest of the team would be able to make up for him.
Oh, exactly.
And it's a bit of a shame that we're only seeing how good they could be when it really is not going to make much of a difference.
Yeah, they're already knocked out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? At least they have it now. They'll have a good jumping off point once season 7 starts up. And that I think that team will be really off to a good start because they at least have an idea now where to go with 80% of their team.
Indeed. Now they just have to work out Goldo.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, just test every single AI, in my opinion. Everything, including default. Even you're just looking to try and take out one character. consistently. You want 40,000 damage every match, or something very close to it.
Yeah,
You're
if you
not
can go,
looking for the star. Holy shit, we want 80,000. No, you don't. You don't need that.
you have it.
need
You have that with
yeah.
Jason Birder already.
You have that. That's why the Ginyu build works so well. Is because you're not trying to make him super mega awesome. You're just trying to make him consistent enough to where he can at least go toe to toe with a character.
And if he's lucky,
That-
body change and just get extra damage for you.
Oh god, if he was able to actually pull off a goddamn body change, they probably wouldn't have lost that match.
Yeah,
No.
because all you need from Ginyu after he body changes, any damage there is just extra.
Mhm.
It's bonus.
And if he actually does body change, that defense +3 is still there. That fighting spirit is still there. That eternal life is still there. He's still taking up staying longer and longer and longer body changed.
Yeah,
great.
and he's just soaking up damage and energy that the opponents could be throwing out on other people.
Yeah.
You know, if he goes up against a guy with Blastox and yeah, it might be someone like Teen Gohan who blasts out 2 ultimates in a row and kills the reborn Ginyu. Gohan can't do that anymore now against the rest of the team.
Yeah.
He has to wait.
He just used all of his stocks and all of his ki. Congratulations. That's a huge advantage coming in for your next character to bring the advantage back to your side again.
Yeah, and honestly, that would make Ginyu's body change the most value you could get, because let's be honest, Ginyu's body change is a really crappy ultimate because it leaves him with a bunch of negatives and he can't do anything but punch people.
Yeah.
So if he can do damage and take up, a couple of bars of life and all of a person's ki, your ultimate did more damage overall than a lot of some of the more powerful one-hit ultimates.
Mhm.
Because he just not only did damage to the person he was fighting before body change, but he piled damage on top of that and acted like a bullet sponge. And now your other characters get to come in and they don't have to worry about the person being at full health, being at full ki, or having all their blastox.
Yeah, and God forbid he tags after he body changes. Good God.
Yeah. That means that he is an ultimate that is continuing to work.
Yeah. It is technically one of the more powerful ultimates in the game, in my opinion. Even though Tien's is the most powerful, simply because in the hands of a player, it can do upwards of 66,000 damage.
Well, isn't it also basically unlimited? Because as long as you're pressing the fire button, he can just keep firing out those things.
You can only press it 10 times. You do the initial charge for Tien's ultimate, and then 10 more times after that. So whatever the base damage of one charge, times 11. So each, with no pluses, minuses, anything, 6,000 damage. You do that 10 more times, that's 66,000 damage.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know it had a limit on it, so.
Yeah. I've tried.
But still, the odds of you hitting that limit are slim because you've probably murdered whoever you're fighting by that point.
Yeah.
You hope.
Yeah, definitely. Now, if only there was an AI that could do that consistently. Holy shit. At that point, I wouldn't care about the HP loss. Like, completely eliminating one character. Fuck. Anyways, match 7, Majins versus Namek.
Oh, this was such a nail biter.
That sniper Bobbity, man.
Oh my god. That's the best thing ever. Bobbity is now a sniper. He is the Jon Stewart of friggin' DBZ.
Yeah.
And Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern for people.
Yeah. The great thing is, he really did an intelligent move, like Squeeze said during the stream.
Yeah.
And
actually,
just spamming out the rush blasts.
And which Piccolo was he fighting? He was fighting late Piccolo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that decided to work today.
Yeah, late Piccolo actually did a smart move too. He tried to hide behind a bit of land to charge up, and it just so happened that enough of him was sticking out over the land that Bobby was able to pin him down and then crush him with his ultimate.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, not to take away from Namek, because they did great. I mean, Late Piccolo was just on point. He hit with like 2 or 3 light grenades. His Hellzone grenade hit for full damage, which is so friggin' rare. I know, like, I think 3 or 4 times my characters just ate charged up B2s. Like the special beam cannons and stuff, they just ate them. And it hurt so bad to watch that.
Yeah. It was still a great match, though.
Oh,
Very
without
neck
a
and
doubt.
neck.
It was such a good match. I did not care if I lost or won at that point, because it was just it was a good match. It was enjoyable to watch. It was a nail biter. That's the type of match you want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. That was an amazing match, and
Yeah.
it helped keep this week the week of miracles. Dirt Beat Cold and Hellzone Grenade actually did something.
Yeah, it did. Jeez.
Oh yeah.
First time in a long time that it's done something.
Especially
'Cause
full damage.
yeah, because
And he
usually,
set it up.
he does it right in their face, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna punch. Ow. Never mind.
Yeah, he set it up so beautifully. He kicked who I forgot who he was fighting, but he kicked him up into the air and just sent the Hellzone Grenade after him.
I think it was Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, I think so.
And as we all know, if anyone deserves a full-powered Hellzone Grenade, it's
It's
Majin
Majin
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
I'm
Yeah.
just glad Majin Vegeta didn't explode. Because
What an asshole.
he could have.
Well, that actually would have been advantageous. You know the base damage on that shit?
Yeah. Actually, I think it probably would have won if he
Yeah.
was close enough to Late Piccolo, though.
Yeah, if he was
That's
close
the
enough to
problem.
late Piccolo, minimum 25,000 damage.
Oh shit, is it
Minimum.
really that much?
Yes, minimum. That's
Shit.
not taking into account Super Plus. It's
Do I
stupid
have
good.
Super Plus on?
Well, you would know. You're the coach.
That
Yeah.
means nothing. I'm just double checking. I think he does, but...
Majin Vegeta has Super Plus 1, so it would have been like 28,000 or something like that.
Oh, Jesus. I knew that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we don't want Majin Vegeta to blow up just because we're dicks. It's also because it's a stupidly good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, there were a few times where, last season, playoffs against you, I wanted Chaozi to blow himself up. Because even his is like 20 plus.
But
Goodbye, Mr.
Yeah.
Tien.
yeah. But no, it was a really good match on both parts. Namek put up a hell of a fight.
Mm-hmm. It was great. And on to match 8, Saiyans versus Boo. Boo handily won, if I recall correctly.
I don't know if it was handily, but dear God, Majin Buu's charge rate.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my favorite part was Kid Buu. After he hit one of the, I can't remember for the life of me which Saiyan it was. He hit him with an ultimate.
Nappa.
Nappa can't see. Kid Buu is just firing off super Kamehamehas at him. Nappa
Yeah.
is randomly dodging them, but just the fact that Kid Buu is just spamming B2s from a distance, trying to be like, all right, I got this. If Babidi can do it, I can do it too. I missed.
I can
Yeah,
get
but-
this net mix.
That was a good showcase of how stupidly fast he can charge, because he wasn't giving Nappa much time to breathe. Like every time Nappa would stop, a Super Kamehameha would be coming at him, and he'd have to dodge it again.
Yeah.
And that spells good things for the Boos also, because listen, if you can get Kid Buu to spam Super Kamehameha, I'd say that's a little bit better than spamming Planet Burst, because if I recall, his Super Kamehameha is only 2 bars.
No, I
It's
don't
not?
think so. I'm pretty sure it's 3. I would have to double check that.
Oh, but even 3 is really not that bad, especially with his charge rate. 3 bars.
Yeah.
is
Hell
nothing.
yeah.
I think it is 3 bars for Kamehameha.
Okay, so it's 3 bars for Kamehameha and 4 bars for Mystic Combination. Yes.
think so.
Kid Boo's Mystic combination is 3. Super Kamehameha is 3.
Okay,
Oh,
so they're
okay.
both 3.
Yeah. Yay for player calculator! Yay.
It'd be nice
Yay,
if that was
birthday.
available to the public. Har har.
I know. I still need to get the charge rates.
When
Still need to
Half-Life
get
3
blast
comes out,
dogs.
then you're good.
Yeah. I'll get it out before Half-Life 3. I need to get switch gauge charge rate. I need to get max power mode duration. That's basically it.
Yeah,
Just numbers.
Yeah, so everyone be patient.
Yeah.
I think that is it, really, for the matches.
Yes, that is it for the matches. And on to the Zcast questions. We have quite a few, but all of them are from week 13. So let's get into it. Dimension Satire asks, I know you said you won't get modders for General League stuff, so this is a question for entertainment and not about mods. Assume all 80 fighters in the league were modded to have the same exact stats approximated for B2 damage. Which teams do you think would benefit most, and which would be hampered the most? I'm going to tell you straight up right now, we're not going to do that because if they have the same exact stats, same exact everything, why should we have different characters?
Derp would benefit the most, though. So.
Oh, Derp would benefit the most. It would be great. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why we want to get a modder, is so that we get Hercule to work better, because he is kind of their Achilles heel.
Kind of, yeah.
I think he exemplifies Achilles' heel. I think it's safe to say that.
I think his heel is the only part that's impervious on him. I think he's like the opposite of Achilles.
Yeah. But we're not going to do that. There's no point to it, because then Tao versus Tao would be the same character versus same character. If Tao versus early Goku is the same character versus the same character. If frickin' Broly versus Kid Gohan, same character versus same character. There's no point in having a league because there's no diversity.
It would really just come down to who hits when. Like, it would just be luck, for the most part.
It would be luck. So, no, we're not going to do that.
But, yep.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. The second part of that, essentially, we finished answering that second part.
It's Derp, and we don't know the other one because they'd all be on the same level field. So.
Yeah. Exoforce 101 asks, I have one very question.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure.
I have a funny question. I laughed so hard when Squee wanted Frieza and Cell coming out to fight each other, but at the last second switched. What if they had a fair fight? What do you guys think? And that was my question. Sorry for bad English. Sometimes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I kind of butchered that question.
Don't worry. I'm used to it.
If it was a real even fight,
I think
I would say Cell.
Yeah.
I would say Cell because Cell has Barrage Death Beam, and Barrage Death Beam
both of them have it.
Yeah, both.
Wait, Final Form Frieza has Barrage Death Beam? I thought he only had just Death Beam.
No,
that's why Frieza is so goddamn powerful.
Yeah,
it's a barrage.
Yeah, he has Barrage Death Beam, and I might die this time.
Yeah.
And then when he transforms into his whole ultimate super 100%, he gets Death Saucers and
Nova Strike.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Actually, it depends on the build, but I can see Frieza clinching it because his B1 full power, and he has 6 Blastocs. So you can come in with Savior, go back to full power, Savior.
No, if it's one-on-one, there's no Savior.
If it's one-on-one, no Savior? Ooh.
Yeah, no Savior, no KSA, one-on-one.
One-on-one straight up.
If it's one-on-one, I have to say Cell. I just think
I would still say Cell.
I think he's more brutal, and I think Frieza kind of relies on those Blastocs.
Yeah, I will say Cell as well because he has After Image.
Yeah,
whereas Frieza
yeah.
does not.
After image and his ultimate, if he's close to you, you can't dodge it.
Yeah.
It's we've seen people dodge Frieza's ultimate.
Yeah.
If Cell's right up on you, you're not dodging it.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Plus, it's not a
Frieza could.
supernova, so it's
Yeah.
not as big. So destroy the planet is much easier to dodge than if he was fighting, say, Mecha Frieza.
Yeah.
Which is ironic.
Yeah. Even though Frieza can go into full power and maybe make a bigger fight of it, but that after image is just going to bite him in the ass.
Plus,
after image is one of the best B1s for single fights.
That, and I think Cell just has better melee.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Plus, Cell has a Rush B2. Or no. No, wrong Cell. He has Super Kamehameha.
Right.
Meh.
So,
it'd be interesting.
Yeah. So I think that's time for next question.
Ben Said asks, between the Super Saiyans ruling of no SSJ2s and Team Muscle or Saiyans not being allowed to start transform, do you think Frieza and Cell's excellent records this season will elicit further transformation legislation? Long story short, will Frieza and Cell be forced to start in their base or T1 forms at the start of next season?
I don't think so.
I don't see why they would.
I mean, yeah, Frieza and Cell are both powerful in their ultimate form, but they're giving up the ability to regain health like crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure it looks like Frieza and Cell are doing so much better, but before they could stay on the field for so much longer because of their transformations.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
especially freaking Frieza.
I would say it comes down to a simple fact of look at their matches. Are Cell and Frieza the reason why they've been winning their matches? Not really. It's because their entire team has been doing good. Both Cold and Androids have been making solid teams this season. It just so happens that Frieza and Cell are just as solid, if not a little more solid, than everybody else. So when you have a good all-around team, there really is no difference whether they were starting at a lower form or a higher form. The team is just a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like Cell and Frieza have multiple elite statuses, which would show, okay, their forms are a little bit too powerful.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, let's go over the reasons why these teams have been forced to start in lower forms. I already went over the Super Saiyans because they have really powerful moves in their Super Saiyan 2s, and they don't have defense natives, which they do in Super Saiyan 1. Most of them. Whereas, let's see, Team Muscle. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go over this, Viper, but 13, if you were to see 13 right out on the field immediately, his normal B2 is essentially a planet destruction, a planet burst. It's a supernova. That's one of his B2s.
It's not a supernova. It's a tracking supernova.
Yeah. So it's even worse. And that's a 3-bar move. Just immediately out on the field, boom. And he has extremely hard-hitting melee. And let's see, Bojack. Bojack's B2 is his ultimate in his current form that we use now. Again, a really large orb that fires and is hard to dodge. And that is another 3-bar move. Freaking Grand Smasher is amazing when he's transformed. And let's see, the final one is Broly. He has a brick wall. He has amazing B2s. You don't want to see Broly start off already transformed. It's a huge mountain to climb. As for the Saiyans, they're apes. If you were going to allow Saiyans to just start out in ape form, just kiss all of your Rush B2s goodbye. All your Rush Ultimates goodbye. Plus, they have Power Body innately. It's like the only way to deal with them is to stack Draconic Aura, and you can only have 2.
Yeah, we would basically have to rename them Team Brick Wall. Because even Team Muscle the only person who gets a brick wall in their transformed state naturally is Broly. But
Yes.
with apes, every single one of them have a brick wall.
And every single one of them, their melee is fantastic. Their smashes do like 5,000 damage. It's stupid. That's the reason why they're not allowed. They have to, if they want to have that kind of power, they have to transform. Same with the Super Saiyans. If they want to have that kind of defensive capabilities along with all their B2s being so much better, they have to transform. And we've seen it. We've seen matches, I think it was week 12, where the Super Saiyans were behind and then all of a sudden Goku transforms. He goes from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2, he's a completely different monster. Just completely wipes the field. Goes to Super Saiyan 3 and dies. But still.
Yeah, but that's par for the course.
Yeah, it's par for the course. But
yeah, like End Vegeta. End Vegeta's a perfect example. End Vegeta Super Saiyan 1, you don't want to mess with him. Let him go Super Saiyan 2. Kiss your match goodbye.
Essentially.
He is dominating.
Yeah. And that's just a problem with End Vegeta. And we can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
Just putting him in Super Saiyan 1 makes him at least manageable.
But the scariest thing is that it's not like he's the only one. Trunks, sure, he gets really big and slow. Let him get his hands on you.
Yes.
Goku is, he's okay, Super Saiyan 1. Let him go Super Saiyan 2. And you have Mid Vegeta. Let Mid Vegeta get big. You have Adult Gohan. Adult Gohan is just stupidly good all around, just like End Vegeta. So to let all of that start at the beginning of the match, well, look at last season. Last season shows what happens when all of that happens at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, they only lost like twice.
Yeah. And even those 2 losses were not dominating losses. I'm pretty sure those were both pretty close matches.
Oh, yeah. They were extremely close matches. One of them was to the Majins. Well done, by the way, last season.
Yay. Wait,
so
who was this
yeah,
against?
I think we've... Huh?
Against who? That I beat?
You beat the Super Saiyans.
Super Saiyans.
Oh god, that wasn't close when I beat them last season.
I thought it was.
No, last season was when Majub and my second person just wiped their team.
Oh, well, it was last season.
It
was Majub and
you'll have to forgive our memory lapse.
It was Majin Vegeta or Deborah. It was one of them. But I know I remember specifically. Oh, trust me, I remember it was week 5 of the last season.
Yeah, and I remember that HJK was extremely butthurt.
Oh my god, it was so fantastic though.
Yeah, but yeah, every instance of transformation is scrutinized to make sure that is this form okay to start in? Is it too powerful? It's not. Go ahead, do it.
Yeah. And if it is too powerful, then it's limited. But that starting Cell and Frieza off in those forms doesn't seem too powerful. Powerful, yes,
but not
too
game-breakingly.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Cold, Frieza is ranked 9th. And let's see, where's the androids? Cell is ranked 7th. So they are top 10 characters, but they're not 1 and 2. Nom is ranked
they're not even in the top 5. So
yeah. All right, on to the next question from the K-Rain. What has been your favorite moment this season?
Derp beating Cold.
Sniper Bobbity. No, actually, I think I have to agree with Viper. Cold getting beat by Derp.
Yeah.
And actually, more specifically, my favorite moment of the season is Devilman slamming down at the end of the match and going, "Oh, you're evil, aren't you? Taste the Devil Might Beam. Love it.
Taste your evil."
There's too much good stuff in that match to not love it.
Who has been your favorite team to watch this season?
I'm gonna guess not including my team.
Let's make it sporting and not pick your team.
Well, you can pick my team if you want.
I would say my favorite team to watch has been the Ginyu Force because it's just I know they haven't been winning a bunch of matches, but I feel like every single match they've had, there's been like that one moment where you're like, "Holy crap, you can see the potential in this team if only they could get it to work properly." And it's like every week you're like, "Okay, is it gonna work this week? Is it gonna work this week?" And when they actually do win, it's like, an amazing thing. So I think I've enjoyed watching Ginyu Force the most because I feel like a lot of their matches have just been entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
Yeah, I do agree with that, but I have to go with Derp, just because I want them to do so well, and their matches are so fun.
Plus, they have the champ.
Yeah.
All right, and the final question of today. Let me refresh to double check. Yes, the final question of the day is from Scuddy B. What type of what type of season schedule do you think is better? To have it completely random, like DBZ League, or more like Naruto League, where the divisional matches are at fixed times, and every other week has most, if not all, of one division facing another.
Well,
I
as
can
the
give you guys
person,
context if you wish.
as the person that does the schedule for DBZ League, I like it completely random because it makes it about 1,000 times easier for me to make the schedule.
Yeah, I'm the one that made the schedule for Naruto League, and let me get you a link to this.
I honestly don't know if it would really matter. I mean, obviously for the people who make the seasons, it would matter a bit, but I think overall it wouldn't really matter because when your divisional match is going to be. It's not like the schedule is hidden from you and each week is revealed and then you're like, holy crap, this week I have a divisional match. You're
Yeah,
able to see the schedule and see when your divisional matches are and see when you should be planning for a hard fight and when you shouldn't be. So
Plus,
whether
I
yeah,
it's set or not, I don't think it really makes much of a difference.
plus I think it's actually I actually think it's a little more fun with it being random because then it's different for everyone. While in Naruto League, it's everyone pretty much has a divisional match around the same time, right?
yeah. See how it's run in Naruto League is the entire season is split up into trimesters. There's 3 trimesters, 3 different sets of 5 weeks, and in between weeks 5 and 6, there's a break that you can use to switch out some things on your team and that kind of thing. So what they did was, Darkness wanted to have all the divisional matches in the middle of a trimester. So at weeks 3, 8, and 13, that's when all of your divisional matches are.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's okay. Um, it's interesting. I'm not entirely sure it's the best for DBZ League because I kind of like that whole okay. Um, they still have a divisional match, so we have to plan against this and bloody bloody bloody. They're going to bench this guy now because they have a divisional match next week and that kind of thing.
It
There's a
adds a
lot
whole
more to
nother
plan
level
around.
of strategy.
Yes.
Well, not only that, I feel like it makes it a little more entertaining because let's say two teams are tied for the entire season. And because of the randomness of the schedule, the very last match is between these two tied teams and it's that divisional match. That is an incredibly exciting match because it's like, oh man, this is their last chance to break this tie, and whoever wins is going to win convincingly because, there's just no way for the other team to possibly do anything. So it equals into a really exciting match rather than just be like these two teams already fought 2 weeks ago, and so it's like okay, so they have other matches, and we have to hope that you win or you lose. But if you're tied, you just know that for the next 2 weeks, if you stay tied, one of the team that won is just going to be the team that gets ahead. So I feel like the randomness of where the divisional matches are placed leads to some more exciting matches sometimes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You guys went a little silent there for a second. I thought I was,
No.
talking out my ass for a second.
No, we
No,
gotcha.
I completely agree. At least as far as DBZ League is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, different things for different people,
No, yeah,
Yeah.
because Naruto League just is a different beast pretty much altogether, just with the way the matches go and the way the team compositions are and everything. So the way their system works is, it's just more tailored towards the game and how it plays out.
Yeah, essentially.
But, yeah, so that's it for the questions, I believe, right?
Yes. All right. On to the predictions for the final week of the season, and just let you guys know, the stats team are not going to get any stats done for the playoffs. We're going to end at week 5. Once they're final, they're final.
Week 15.
So you mean
15,
we've been doing
week 15.
stats for no reason?
Week 15. God.
Big difference.
After week 15, there's no longer going to be any stats. You guys are done. I will be then talking with Squee, getting everything, all the numbers crunched and everything, and then we will be getting the season 7 placement to you guys later on, before the actual playoffs start, or we might actually have it after the playoffs. But
before
either
the
way,
bowl.
yeah, before
Most
the bowl.
likely. Ooh, we could reveal it during the bowl.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
And after all of that is said and done, we will get all the MVPs out of the way so that everybody can start planning for the Gauntlet and the MVP tournament. I will say for the record, we will be allowing people, just like last season, to argue about who is really their MVP, who was their best character, but you have to have a very good argument as to why. Because we are trying to use the system of the highest average damage.
And you're going up against stats, so you
and
need
you're
a little
going
more
up
than
against
just,
stats, yes.
You got to go with more than just, oh, well,
I feel this character did the best out of my team
because
Why?
he's pretty.
Exactly. You need a good reason as to why. And if you give us a good reason as to why they are your MVP, we'll consider it. We'll debate it, just like last time.
Yeah, like it could be something as simple as, yeah, he derped for the first 4 weeks, but he's been amazing since then. Has made a huge comeback.
Mm-hmm. And then I will go in, check all the stats, and if it is correct, yeah, I see why not. I don't see why not, etc., etc.
So, yeah.
Although convincingly, the way it's looking right now, I don't see how a lot of teams can say, hey, like, I'm pretty sure you can't say that Majub isn't your MVP, Kyle. It would be hard to.
No, there's... Yeah, I mean, no.
Yeah. I could see Muscle trying to argue that 13 isn't.
Yeah, we probably could, but I mean, like you said, we're going up against numbers, and while a lot of our numbers are close, numbers are numbers. 13 has pulled more weight than anybody else on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what's the best thing? Yajirobe is the Blade's MVP right now.
Yeah, Yajirobe. By at least 20,000. No, 2,000. Second highest is Trunks, but Trunks is going to beat Yajirobe out, I'm pretty sure, because of this week.
Well, who's in next week? Well, who has to sit out? Oh, we'll worry about that once we get to the thing.
We'll worry about it next time, but I just wanted to say that I will get all that information to you guys soon, so you guys can start planning, and I will get those threads open for the North, South, East, and West Kai Gauntlet stuff, all that planning stuff.
Yeah,
right.
And if you guys don't mind, I just want to beat the dead horse just a little bit, just because I know that there's like a few new people and a few new coaches, just so that we are completely clear. Your MVP is chosen for you.
Yes.
Don't think that we're saying that you can argue and say, somebody who's completely not your MVP deserves to be MVP. No, your MVP is chosen for you. You're arguing for your MVP to not be your MVP. But look at who your highest damaging character is right now, and odds are that is who is going to be sent to the MVP tournament. No questions asked until all the stats are in, and then you can try your arguments.
Yes.
But as of right now, all of your MVPs are pre-chosen from the stats, and that's what you're arguing against.
Mm-hmm. And also after week 15, we will have another Zcast, and we will go over the procedure for all of the gauntlets, the MVP tournament, trying to argue against us, all of that. We will go over this again. Don't you worry your little heads about it, and we'll go into depth, as to how to do everything and stuff. So, I think we can finally move on to the predictions. Correct?
Yes, please.
Okay. First off, we have Muscle versus Dragon Ball Warriors. Dragon Ball Warriors have to bench Pilaf, and Muscle has to bench Broly.
As much as I love Muscle and Viper, you've got a pissed off Nom coming your way, so I think I have to give just the slightest bit of edge to DBW.
You know what? I have faith. I'm gonna throw my hat in and say we're gonna win.
All right. Unfortunately, I am going to have to agree with Kaio because strategically having Broly out compared to Pilaf, I think Broly is a much more integral part of your team than Pilaf is to DB Warriors. So I think they have the advantage. And on to match 2, Androids versus Saiyans. The Androids have to have Cell out, and the Saiyans have to have Scouter Vegeta out.
Oh
shit! Oh shit!
If that's the case, then I have to go with Androids.
Yeah,
17.
I would still say Androids have this.
Yeah, I mean, 17 was amazing last week, and he's on a new AI too. I'm just putting that out there. 8er was great. 16 is freaking amazing. Jiro is pretty damn good. So I think they would beat out the Saiyans. And they are playing at the Rocky Outcropping.
Yeah,
so Saiyans don't have to worry about water, but
yeah, neither do the androids too.
Yeah, exactly. Androids don't have to worry about water either, and androids are not exactly a rush-heavy team. So even if the Saiyans go ape, it's not like they have to. It's not like they're going to be negating too many of the B2s coming their way, and androids are a B2 team.
But the only thing they have to worry about is Jiro won't be able to grab as much if they do transform, and they will have one ape that can transform naturally.
That is true, but that's the thing. They only have one person who can really go ape, and honestly, even if Jiro gets shut down by an ape, whoever slams down after Jiro is just going to shoot the ape in the face.
True. And also, going back to match 1, Muscle is playing at Dragon Ball Warriors, which is very likely going to be at Desert Night. So Muscle will have to worry about an ape.
Yeah.
All of our guys have natural Draconic Aura when they transform. I'm not too worried.
True. That's very true. On to match 3, Valkyries versus Earth Defenders. Earth Defenders has to bench Yamcha. The Valkyries has to bench 18. And they are playing at the Earth Defenders' home field, which is Ruined City.
I have to give the edge to Earth Defenders, because you've got Mid Goku in, who's amazing lately, and they're going to be missing 18, who's been picking up so much slack for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it to Earth Defenders, because, I mean, if you just look at last week, 18 put in work for the Valkyries. Yamcha didn't really do so much, so having Yamcha out and having 18 out, I'd say the favor swings in the way of Earth Defenders.
Well, I want to say my team will win, but I'm not going to count the Vals out. They are an extremely powerful team, especially since they have freaking Aurelie in, along with Fasha, along with Woman. Ugh.
Yeah, but then there's also Pan.
Yeah, there's also Pan, but still, I have faith that Tien and Krillin's build last week, like Kaio said, showed some promise. We're very likely going to use it again, but we might do some tweaks here and there. It all depends. It all depends on how people do. I have faith that Goku will be able to at least bring it even. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I have faith in you.
Yeah. Anything else, Viper?
Oh, looks like he's dropped from the call again.
Yeah.
So, on to match 4. Super Saiyans versus the Ginyu Force.
Oh, man.
I
Super
want
Saiyans?
the Ginyu Force.
Super Saiyans do not have adult Gohan.
Their
and the
weakest
Ginyu
person.
Force. Super Saiyan's weakest person is adult Gohan? What?
I thought he has the least damage, right?
No, he has the most.
Really? The hell was I looking
Adult
at
Gohan?
I'm
Let's
sorry.
go over to the MVPs.
And Goku. I was.
Yeah.
I thought you
and
said
Goku is in.
I thought you said Goku. My bad. So actually, their strongest character is out.
Yeah, their strongest character is out, but they still have and Vegeta. Well, the Ginyu Force has to bench Raccoon.
Oh, I mean, they'll get Jace back, which is huge.
Yeah, they'll get Jace back. It really depends on how well Jace and Birder can, destroy a team. It really depends, and it really depends on if the AI and build combo that they put on Goldo actually at least does something.
Yeah, I mean, if Ginyu and Goldo can do at least 30,000 each,
yeah,
I think the Ginyus have a great shot.
Oh, if Ginyu can pull off a body change, please.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I would love that so much.
Oh, that'd be so fantastic.
Yeah.
But they have to pull them off.
It's true.
I think the Super Saiyans have the edge, and I'm going to give them my vote. But it's not... The Ginyus are not out of this.
Yeah. Viper, again, is not here. So, I will go with the Super Saiyans, but God, I hope the Ginyu Force wins. Maybe because I'm a bit selfish and want that bye week. Haha. But yeah.
That's right. You be selfish.
Yeah, I can be if I really want to. Match 5, Gohan's versus Namek, the last divisional match of the season.
This is going to be tough. I mean, they're both doing really well. I mean, Namek especially just came back.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this doesn't matter as much for... Actually, where is the
It
thing?
matters greatly for the Gohans because the Gohans are right now tied with Cold. If they can win and Cold can lose, Gohans take the bye week.
Oh, there we go. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yes.
Yeah.
So the Gohans need this.
Yeah, and Cold's going to have a rough time because they're against the Boos.
Yeah, so...
Let's see. If Gohans have to bench Saiyaman...
Ooh.
And Namek has to bench and Piccolo.
Well, you know what? I think that's actually smart. Because Namekians don't have reproductive systems. So Saiyaman would be useless against Namek. Now, the only thing that sucks for Namek is, without late Piccolo, the guy that just did amazing last week, you can't build on top of that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I think I have to go with the Gohans.
I think that now that they will have early Piccolo back, Namek has it. Actually, no. Yeah, they benched early. No, they benched Nail. Yeah, I think the Namek has it.
Wait, who do they have to bench?
They had to bench Nail last week against you.
Right. So they're not going to have...
Nail, early Piccolo,
yeah,
Tambourine, and King.
It's a good team, don't get me wrong, but I still think the Gohans will be able to pull it out.
Yeah, I have faith that Namek will.
Okay,
Viper?
my internet continues to annoy me, but I'm back. Who are Gohan's benching this week? I missed that.
Gohans are benching Saiyaman, while Namek has to bench late Piccolo.
Oh, Namek aren't gonna have late Piccolo this week.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think I might still have to give that to Namek.
See?
I think without Saiyaman there, they're going to be not quite as powerful of a Gohans as they should be. Because I feel like Saiyaman just he puts in a bit more work
Yeah.
as especially as a starter. Like he's a fairly good starter for them. So they're gonna have to
Yeah.
put in like one of the Gohans that maybe they might not want coming out at the beginning.
Yeah, in my opinion, Saiyaman is a lot better than Kid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they're gonna have to have Kid in, even though they have Ultimate and Teen. That's only two really huge threats, which I'm pretty sure that the Namekians can chew through, especially early Piccolo.
Yeah, and I mean Teen is a bit of a danger, but especially if they can shut him down before he can transform, I feel like that would be a bit of a blow to the Gohan's momentum in the match.
Yeah.
Also, I suppose I should throw in my hat to the Super Saiyans against the Ginyu Force.
Okay. Match 6. Majins versus Rugrats. The Majins has to bench Spopovich. The Rugrats have to bench Goten.
And where's it at?
Match 5, it's at the Rugrats.
Kami's
You're
Lookout.
playing at Kami's Lookout.
Gotcha. You mean match 6?
Yeah, match 6. Oh, and Namek is playing at their home field.
Yeah, I not to toot my own horn, but I think I have to go with my own team. I mean, the Rugrats are sitting their strongest guy out.
Yeah.
And Spopovich has not been amazing this season. Technically, he is my third best character, but Majin Vegeta and Babidi are doing so much better than they were doing in the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Benching your third best character is a lot better than benching your best character.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Majins. Viper?
He's my friend. I love him to death. But
Go
Yo,
suck
loses.
5 dicks.
I have to go with the Rugrats because I kind of need Kaio to just roll over and die as hard as he can. like as hard as you physically. I want a Kaio shaped hole where your team used to be.
Dicks? Did I say 5? Go suck 47.
Calm down, guys. This is a Z-cast. It's supposed to be like PG-13 and stuff.
You're right. 25 then. That's my final offer.
Stop
Just
it.
The biggest hole.
Anyways, on to match 7. Cold versus Boo. They are playing at the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Boo has to bench. Let's look at this. They have to bench Evil Boo. And Cold has to bench King Cold.
So they're both benching their weakest characters, technically. Statistically.
Yeah. Statistically, they are benching their weakest characters, so this could be really crazy.
This
Like crazy.
I think this might swing in Boo's favor if and only if Mecha Frieza continues to hold back on his ultimates. If Mecha Frieza comes out supernovas blazing, I could see Cole taking this. But if Mecha Frieza doesn't hit the ground and do what he needs to do, I think overall, between Kid Buu, Gotenks Buu, and Oob, who actually has been like really on his game lately, I think I'm gonna give it to the Boos. I think the Boos will win this if Mecha Frieza keeps not being an ultimate spammer.
Yeah, I have to give it to Booze as well.
Oh, this is bad. This is hard because freaking They're gonna have Gotenks Boo, they're gonna have Kid Boo, they're gonna have Oob, they're gonna have Majin Buu. Every single one of those characters is scary. For Cold, they have Metacooler, which is good, solid, not really scary. Well, he can be. Cooler, not scary at all. But Mecha Frieza, which those two make up for the rest of them. I'm gonna have to say the Boos just because of Cooler. But I mean, I could totally be wrong, and I would be okay with that.
I'll say this. I would not be surprised if it came down to one character each and an ultimate deciding the match. I'm not saying Boos are gonna stomp Cold.
Yeah, I would be completely fine with that too. I wonder if supernovas can clash. I've never actually tried.
Challenge accepted.
I want this to happen. I don't care what stars we have to align. I want a supernova to be thrown at a planet burst. I think the league would be a better league for it.
I think so.
All right, and finally we have Blades versus Derp. Let's see. Derp has to bench Devilman.
Oh.
Blades have to bench Yajirobe.
I think, as much as I want the Derp to win, with how Trunks was doing and without Devilman on their side, I sadly have to give it to the Blades.
Viper?
I don't know, because I mean, yeah, Devilman is their top character, right? Like, overall, statistically, and just overall, he's like their best character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Devilman is definitely...
Salza is their best.
Is he really?
Yeah, Salza is their best by like 6,000 damage.
Salza is ranked 39th and Devilman's 63rd.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
I mean, Devilman is the second strongest character, but yeah, no, Salza has been wiping.
Mind you, this is not including week 14.
Yeah, but Salza also went elite. He's the only one that's done that on Team Derp.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, so sitting Devilman is not so bad because there aren't too many evil people on the Blades for Devilmite Beam to really affect.
Janemba.
Except for Tao and
Janemba. Good God, if it hit Janemba, holy shit.
Who's their fifth? Because I know it's not Trunks or Yajirobe. Oh yeah, Taps definitely not. But I mean, half the team is evil.
Yeah, half the team is evil.
It's not like it's Earth Defenders.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, Devilman versus Cyborg Tao or Janemba, they would probably shut down Devilman pretty hard just on their own anyway. Right. Tao and Janemba are two pretty damn strong elements of that team. So sitting him is really not that bad, and if Derp can pull off the same kind of like tenacity that they did against Cold, I don't know. I could see Derp having an upset against the Blades, especially since I don't think the Blades are probably taking Derp very seriously at all in this match.
Oh yeah, probably not. I mean, I think it really comes down to 19 and Dodoria's performance.
Yeah.
Hilariously enough, it doesn't come down to Hercule's performance.
No, especially if he keeps handing out presents and being just generally nice to everybody.
Yeah.
Actually, the Blades might have a reason to care. Because they beat the Boos in the beginning of the season. They're only down by one.
One match. If Cold wins Boos, then they will get the bye week.
Yeah. So Blades do care.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know, though.
Lawyered.
It could be interesting. Yeah, lawyered. Here. I'm still gonna say Derp.
Yeah,
because I want them to win.
Derp.
Yep. I have faith.
I want them to win.
That my faith will make them win.
Didn't help your team last week.
Shut up. Shut up, Dick.
Anyway, I think that's all the matches.
Yes. Is there anything else that you guys need to go over?
I don't think so.
hold on one second. Let me just see something real quick.
Yes?
Okay, there we go. I did want to say that I think this season's gauntlet, since, we're basically at the playoffs anyway, I think it's fair to at least mention this. I feel like this season's gauntlet is going to be super interesting because, like, all the divisions have some really good and interesting synergies to them. Like,
Yeah.
North Kai has some really good teams that they can throw in, but I don't think any of the Kais have like a single team in there where you're just like, they probably won't be able to contribute anything to the match. Like, I'm really interested to see what the gauntlet is going to look like this season.
Derp with Devilman.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Think about it.
Why?
Think about it. Like, an amazing South Kai team would be Adult Gohan, Mecha Frieza, like late Piccolo, or whoever is the strongest Namekian. I'm sorry, I don't know whoever that is, and Devilman. That would be a fun match to see.
Yeah. Early Piccolo is Namek's best, and Gohan's Ultimate Gohan with
Teen
I
Gohan.
don't know. Teen Gohan is the best, but throwing out Ultimate Gohan into the gauntlet along with maybe Nail, Devilman, and Mecha? Holy
Dear God.
shit.
Oh God, no. Oh God.
Let's see. Booze?
Jason Kid Buu right there. If you think about it, or Birder and Kid Buu.
Oh no! Booze is Oob. Oob is their MVP right now.
So they
Kid
can totally
Buu can be?
Yeah, they could totally pull that off.
Oh no. Oh, this would be oh man, this season. This season is like the season to get to round 3.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, look at that. You have Boos, Blades, Saiyans, and Ginyu.
Yeah.
And then look at Iskai. You have Nam on the same team as 17 or Cell. And then you have 18 in there also.
17,
and you have
18
Goten.
Nam? Goten?
17,
No.
18 non-Goten? Are you serious?
Goten is their MVP, so
Okay,
it would
but
have
even
to be
still,
like Trunks. Oh,
Trunks is definitely not a bad substitute.
yeah. Oh.
And then,
Oh.
of course, there's North Kai. North Kai has endless possibilities.
Broly, Yamcha, Deborah, and
Vegeta.
And Vegeta.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Oh
I
God.
think this is going to be the season where we finally see what round 3 looks like, because these team combinations could look terrifying if they pull them off correctly.
Yeah, and there was something that Squee mentioned during last season that I'm not too sure if we are going to enact. I'm going to have to talk to him about that, but
the multiple builds act, right?
Yes, the multiple builds act, where round 1 is always like the fusion round, where you have like all out offense and they hit really fucking hard, and holy shit. You get your other teams in your Kai to choose your character from your team. It is not your choice, by the way. Everybody else in each Kai has to choose your MVP or the Gauntlet character. Like, Muscle can't choose Broly. It would be up to Super Saiyans, Majins, and Earth Defenders to choose Broly or 13 or Roshi or whatever. They can suggest, but they don't have the final say in the matter.
Right.
So once that character is set, round 1, they can have this build. Round 2, they can have a completely different lineup and this build. And then round 3, we don't know what's in round 3. Well, I do. Viper does. Kaio does. They're not allowed to say, though.
Actually, I've never been told what's in round 3.
Oh. Well, then. I'm just going to tell you, it's some scary shit. You think Super Saiyan 4 is scary? No. No. You have no fucking idea. especially the builds. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It would take a godlike team of epic proportions and a Kai that is extremely focused on what they want to do and who they want to go. It will take a lot of effort to try and get past round 3. And
So
if
any
that
team with
happens-
Hercule. Got it.
If that happens, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some kind of like award or something like that. Squee will figure it out, but I mean, we'll at least like name them the Gauntlet champions or something.
Oh, without doubt.
It'll be amazing. But that was a good thing to bring up, Viper.
That's all I wanted to do was just have a little bit of a nerdgasm over the potential that we have this season.
Yeah. And you said you were good, right, Kyle?
Yeah, I think we got everything.
All right, that will end this week's Zcast. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you after week 15. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.